We now discuss the solution of a problem from the section Differential Calculus, and the problem is based on the concept of inverse of a function. This question has appeared in the joint entrance examination main held on 25th June 2022 in the first shift. The given question is, let f be a function from the set of real numbers into itself, and it is defined as f of x is equal to x cube plus x minus 5. If g of x is a function such that f of g of x is equal to x for all x belongs to R, then g prime of 63 is equal to, we are given four options. Option A 1 by 49, option B 3 by 49, option C 43 by 49, option D 91 by 49. We are given a function f from the set of real numbers into itself, and it is defined as f of x is equal to x cube plus x minus 5. It is further given g of x is a function such that f of g of x is equal to x for all x belongs to R, required to find the value of g prime at 63 from the given four options. We now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. That's our given question. And this question, the solution of this question is discussed in detail without resorting to any shortcuts. Okay, that's the motto of the channel also. Math as it is. That is, we do not assume anything, or we do not take it for granted anything, but we will prove and get the solutions from the known facts. Right. Now f is a function defined like this. G of x is another function. F of gx is equal to x. It doesn't say g of x is the inverse of f. No, it said only f of g of x is equal to x for all x belongs to R. So if you say that g of x is the inverse of this, then is f of x given function, is it invertible? That is the first thing what you have to answer. Now, given a function f from R to R defined as f of x is equal to x cube plus x minus 5. Note that f of x is a polynomial function of degree 3. 3 is odd, and we know the result. F of x is an onto function. Why? Because every polynomial function of odd degree is onto. So the given function is an onto function. Is it 1 to 1? Now, further, we calculate its first derivative. F prime x is equal to 3x square plus 1, which is always greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. So that will give you f of x is a strictly increasing function. If it is a strictly increasing function, then it is 1 to 1. But I will show you how it is. x1 not equal to x2. Then by law of trichotomy, either x1 less than x2 or x2 less than x1. And this will imply either f of x1 is less than f of x2 or f of x2 less than f of x1. Why? Because it is a strictly increasing function. So in any case, f of x1 not equal to f of x2. That means whenever x1 not equal to x2, f of x1 not equal to f of x2, that will tell you that f of x is a 1-to-1 function. Thus, it is a 1-to-1 function and an onto function. Therefore, it is a 1-1 and onto function. That means to say that f of x is a bijective function. And we know that every bijective function has an inverse. So fx is invertible. Let g of x be the inverse of f of x. That means f compose g is equal to g compose f is equal to the identity. That implies f of g of x is equal to g of f of x is equal to the identity function of x, that is equal to x for all x belongs to R. We continue the discussion in the next slide. And we are given f of g of x is equal to x. Therefore, g of f of x is equal to x from this. So now g of f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to R, because in the question it is given f of g of x is equal to x is given to us. Therefore, g of f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to R. Now differentiate both sides with respect to x. Now use the chain rule. G with respect to fx, g prime fx, fx with respect to x, f prime x is equal to the derivative of x, that is equal to 1. That's equal to 1. This will imply g prime of f of x is equal to 1 by f prime x, and that is equal to 1 by 3x square plus 1. Agreed. Now we find an element x belongs to R such that f of x is equal to 63. For what value of x, f of x is 63? That's our question. So that is x cube. For what value of x, x cube plus x minus 5 is equal to 63. So it's a cubic equation and we have to only guess. We have no methods that are included in our syllabus. Therefore, we make a kind of a guesswork, or by a trial we do it. So first we do f of 1, make a trial. F of 1, it is minus 3. F of 2, it is 5. F of 3, it is 25. It is strictly increasing. F of 4, 63. Yes. And if you are not successful, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you go for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 backwards. And by a trial find a value of x such that f of x is equal to 63. So by trial we find x is equal to 4. So substitute now. G prime of f of 4 is equal to 1 by 3x square, that is 4 square plus 1. What is f of 4? It is 63. So g prime of 63 is equal to 149. This is what is required in the given question. Let's look at our options. Our answer 1 by 49 appears against option A. Therefore, the answer to this question is option A. That is the detailed discussion of the solution of a given problem which is concerned with the inverse of a function. I am sure that you have understood the solution of this problem, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.